quarterback for the Colorado Buffaloes. Shedeur Center takes it, throws it, bam! Draylon Miller, boy, get back. Get off of me. What? Ah, my dog, boy. Get off me. Get off me. I'm too legit, too quick. Draylon Miller.
What's up, Buff Nation? It's Montrez Walker, linebacker from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm excited to get to Boulder soon and work. Let's do it. Yeah!
My name is Corbin Lazier, 2025 tight end, and I will be signing with the University of Colorado. I'm excited to join the fantastic culture in Boulder. Go Buffs!
What's up, Buff Nation? I can't express how grateful and excited I am to be part of this family. Time to get to work. Let's go Buffs.
Colorado football, man. It's Chauncey Gooden here, man. I'm so excited to finally be making it official, man. It's going to be an amazing time. I'm so grateful for this opportunity I have to learn from one of the best coaching staffs in the country. I'm so happy that I get to interact with fans and just be a part of this whole community, man. It's going to be amazing. I'm ready to make history and be a dog. Let's go Buffs.
Colorado defense. They got different characters on this team, and that's why they are must-see TV. All right, my friends, and Buff Nation out there. Hey, you watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. I want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. Got an exciting show for you on this Thursday night, like always, with my man, my dog, Greg Sedgwick, out of Atlanta, Georgia. One of the best, I'm telling you, one of the best content creator for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffalo. Yeah, I said it, and I put my stamp on it. Hey, this broadcast is brought to you by Whitaker Building Supply right there in Jackson, Georgia. If you need windows, doors, cabinets, interior doors, exterior door, roofing, blocks, bricks, give them a call. Call Wayne Whitaker and tell him you heard it right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. I appreciate it if you do. And also, I want to say a special thanks to all of you who have sent me Cash App during the week and all last week. Appreciate it. Just want to let you know how much I appreciate each and one of you for doing that. You know who you are, and I appreciate you. All right. Hey, I'm going to get ready to bring the man up, and we're going to get ready to talk about Deion Sanders, the head coach of the Colorado football team. We want to switch this thing up, right? We're going to move forward and see what Colorado football team will look like without Travis Hunter and Shedeur. All right. Let's bring him up and let's see what the man of the hour got to say. What's up, dog?
What's going on?
How you feeling today, bro? It was good?
Yeah, moving right along, just like the season here.
Okay. Well, you're right, but that season went on and got on out the way like you told me. Well, when I
evaporated.
I said, dog, man. Look like we'll be getting ready for the Big 12 championship. But hey.
It put you in reminiscent mode. It made you reminisce today.
Yeah, you got that text. You see my text?
You say
no, you ain't got to say
you feel like you're missing some stuff. Feel like it's missing.
I said, dog. Then JR hit me back. I said, dog, what? Just man, the thing went by fast on me, dog. That's all. And I got emotional.
It just hit you.
And I got emotional tied with the team, bro. You know what did it? When I went out there and I saw everything, bro. You know, instead of being on the internet talking about it, you can see it in person. That thing different, man. It's different to me. It's different, bro. Hey, check this out, bro. Sometimes you have to take. All right, what's going on, Miss Shirley, Miss D, Miss D? Appreciate the cash out, baby. Appreciate you. Miss Kimberly, how you doing? What's going on? Y'all wait, Miss Phillips, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure for joining us. Appreciate everybody who's here. Appreciate everybody. My dog, Miss Jones, always here. I don't think she missed a show since I've been doing. Appreciate you, Miss Jones. Appreciate you. So, Greg, I never get a chance to talk to you about the past game, the last game they played for Oklahoma State. I know we texting, but I ain't got a chance to talk to you on the digital airways of YouTube. But give me your thoughts on the last game. How them boys performed for you? And let us hear your take, bro.
I don't know. It feels like it was 2 weeks ago, but I mean, I think I don't know, man. It was weird because it was super duper dominant, even though Colorado still, played around with them in the second quarter a little bit, but just the defense played like they was playing JV
like they should have played all year.
Right. So it's like if I feel like they had played that way the week before, the game would have been different. Because I people like to get all over.
You really think that game would have been different?
I mean, they was in the backfield on tackling. They was there on tackling.
I know, but look now, come on, let's be real. I'm real about this thing. You know me and you real. If you look at the size of that offensive line against Kansas, I tell you what, I'm gonna put it to you like this, like I told you, like I was talking Saturday. You might not agree, you might disagree, but I ain't got no problem with that. If we start the season though, I think we will beat everybody on that schedule. We'll beat Nebraska if they had started Nakia Hill Green, and if they had made the right substitution against Kansas State. Now, Kansas, I don't care what they would have did, they want to beat them. Hill Green was back. Did that my
they got their butt whooped, like they say. They got their butt whooped by Baylor the next week. Kansas didn't do nothing.
I'm talking about Colorado. The way to beat Colorado was there.
Colorado,
they didn't make the tackle. That's what I'm trying to say. They was there.
How do you give a line credit when they wasn't blocking them?
I'm keep trying to take exactly the line. I'm looking at the running back and the quarterback. They were more physical than we were. They couldn't bring them down, Greg.
Well, that's just, I guess then you said it about Kansas State as well.
Oh, we still could have won that game. They had a taller defensive back. All you got to do is somebody back there and knock the ball down.
No, I'm talking about Kansas State running back ran all over Colorado. It was tackling the same way. Those two games are identical.
I understand that. I hear you on that, sir. I hear you on that. I still think we would have won that game.
I mean,
it was substitution.
I'm not talking about what they would have did in that game. I'm talking about the fact that they lost that game because they didn't tackle. It wasn't what Kansas did; is what they didn't do. It is not. You said that line was big. It's not like they were blowing them off the ball. They were in the backfield.
Man, you better go look at that again.
2-3 of them.
The linebacker was in the backfield. McNeil was in the backfield. They just couldn't bring the guy down.
And also, they were hitting the man at the line of scrimmage. And 2-3 of them playing tag. You know what they were?
When somebody big and physical, as you are, you're not gonna make that tackle.
But you act like they all ain't have that. You act like Texas Tech didn't have no big physical running back. Cincinnati didn't have no big. All they better running backs
not play a running back and a quarterback.
All the running backs was big, man. Central Florida had a big physical running.
They didn't have that line they had. You ain't looked at the line, Greg. Kansas got.
The line don't matter if I'm getting in the backfield. If I'm getting in the backfield,
when you got a lower body
line credit. Who?
Say what now?
You can't give a line credit if I'm in the backfield. It's not like they was a steel wall. You know, their line was as good as their record, man. Kansas was as good as their record.
I'm sticking with my opinion. If Colorado was a meet out here in my backyard with Kansas, they wouldn't beat it. If they ran that same game.
Colorado played like they played in Oklahoma State, they would have beat Kansas.
No, who? No, sir.
If they had a game with the same, they wasn't missing tackles. So you telling me that running back bigger than Oklahoma State?
Different scheme.
That running back from Oklahoma State is the biggest running back in the country.
I'm talking about the agility that he had.
That running back was the top running back
when Shiloh hit that Oklahoma State, he checked out, bro. He ain't finna go through that.
That was at the end of the game. That was at the end of the game.
I don't heard what's huh?
That was at the end of the game.
That was in the first quarter.
Shiloh hit that man.
That was in the first quarter, bro. No, that was in the first quarter, bro.
When he hit that guy, he went sideways. That was at the end of the game.
Yeah, first quarter. I tell you,
Shiloh,
look at it.
Look, that's the biggest running back. He was the man last year in the conference, and they shut him down because they played different. They didn't really try to run the ball as much. I think Kansas. I just knew that Oklahoma State was going to run the ball more after Kansas. They should have tried to run the ball more. They didn't. They tried to throw the ball against Colorado. You know, but Colorado just didn't tackle in Kansas. It had nothing to do with the running back. They faced big running backs. UCF had the big, you know, old boy number 7 was a big, strong running back.
True.
You know, he supposed to been that guy. He supposed to did to Colorado what Kansas did. They just knew he was gonna run all over. Matter of fact, he faster than the boy at Kansas. And if you look at all the running backs, Kansas State running back, Kansas running back, UCF running back, all the running backs did dirty somebody. UCF, they supposed to beat BYU. Was it BYU? That was a Kansas State. They supposed to beat them that night. That Kansas State supposed to lose and BYU lost. They both struggled. Oklahoma State supposed to beat BYU that game. That boy ran almost 300 yards from Oklahoma State when the BYU and the referees helped them. You know, Kansas just was a game where they had made the tackles. They would have been good. They was, I mean, third and long. They kept letting them run. They ran. They didn't throw the ball much. They ran all over Colorado, which is abnormal. Colorado has not been a team you're gonna run all over, and they kind of shut it down. Kind of. You look at the second half, Colorado shut that mess down as normal. It was the first half that got Colorado. They tried to play from behind. They tried to do that play from behind crap, and it just wasn't working because them boys, they ran that clock. They managed that clock, man. Kansas managed that clock because Colorado
by running that ball by being physical and running
but Colorado couldn't get off the field on third down. It was third down.
Yeah.
It was third and long a lot of times. And Colorado go back there arm tackling and playing tag. You know why they do that? We already discovered why they do that. Because of practice.
Okay, tell me something, Greg. If we've been tackling all this time, why they couldn't tackle that game?
The same reason. The same reason they went and shut Oklahoma State down this week. They Colorado. You talking to somebody who did the videos. I already told y'all gonna do. Y'all argue with me. I told y'all.
I ain't arguing with you. I'm telling you what I saw.
I'm talking about way before you telling me this. I've been telling y'all Colorado play that inconsistent ball, man. And they go out there playing around. And they get too far behind.
Once again,
they got too far behind. They got too far behind. And the boys just ran the clock out. They just ran that clock out.
We can't blame that on the loss.
Who? Kansas just ran the ball, man.
Right.
You look at Kansas was running like 7-8 minutes. 7-8 minutes a quarter. They was running it. They was running the clock. 7-8 minutes a quarter.
Yep.
So when you look at that, I don't even think if they cared to even score.
You're right.
They're just running the clock. Even if you got the ball back, you were screwed because they're going to get the ball back and run the clock. And the reason why they was able to run the clock because they was not throwing that ball. and they was running it, and it was getting away with it. If Colorado had stopped the run at least a few times, the game would have been totally different. But they wasn't stopping. They would get back there and arm tackle. Even what's called was getting back there. He started jumping off sides, and him and Charlo, Wester was getting back there, right in the quarterback, right in the running back face, and let him run right by him. They was tackling like they was
jumping outside.
Yeah, they started jumping off sides and crap. But I'm saying, like, they were all in the backfield. And they get back down arm tackle. They did not put no shoulder pads and helmet on the running back. So you can't say what they did because they never tried to hit it. The first thing they did is reach. They didn't go and wrap up. First thing they did,
He agreed with diving at his ankles and feet.
Diving at the ground. Like, what happened to it? But soon they got to Oklahoma State. First thing you heard, boom. Boom. It wasn't no reaching. It wasn't no reaching.
It's that different team, man. Them balls physical,
man. You can't blame nobody else's physicality on you arm tackling. You arm tackling. That ain't got nothing to do with nobody else but you. It ain't like they running over you. You're arm tackling. You're trying to tackle with your arms. And like you say, a bigger size running back gonna run through an arm tackle. You grabbing his jersey. The doggone running back from Kansas State. The running back from Kansas State did the same thing. The same.
And Shiloh was running up there stopping. I said, what's stopping for? Instead of running through the top. Shiloh, he was running to the running back stopping. I said, what's he stopping for? In the Kansas game.
Kansas State. You remember that when he first came back. And everybody was talking about Shiloh wasn't ready.
He had some moves. He was doing that. And then I heard Coach Prime said he had to have a talk with Shiloh. Well, I heard Shiloh say that. I told him to run through the title.
So y'all don't believe my theory, right? So everybody using these terms. So y'all believe my theory now.
What theory? What you mean? What theory?
My theory was from the beginning. Theory? The bowl game.
Oh, you talking about that day and night stuff? No, I don't know that.
I've been bowl game theory. The day and night theory is solid outside of Kansas. But we talking about the bowl game theory. The Kansas broke all the theories. The Kansas ain't got nothing to do with no win. It wasn't no bye week. It was a away game. All the theories was broke. But you know what? The bowl game theory is you shot for that bowl and you got it. You shot for that bowl and you got it. You like, hey, you got playoff, you got championship. Nah, I'll take the bowl because it's hard to shoot low and then climb high. The best thing you can do is shoot high. If you miss, you're going to get everything else. It's hard to say, I'm going to hit that bowl, and then once I get it, I'm going to go up. And people argue me down. You got to get that first. That's the order that it comes. But it's hard to redirect your focus like that, man. So once they accomplish that bowl game, and we say, oh, they got it in Kansas and everything, it's like they didn't play like it mattered. Well, I mean, you don't accomplish your big goal already. Now everything else is extra. See, really, the playoff was extra. They didn't really believe they were going to no playoff. Let's be real. Nobody really believed the playoff was possible. It became possible in the last few games. And at that point, it's like, oh, I guess we can do it. But it wasn't the goal. People say it was the goal, but that's not true. Because everything they kept saying all season, we're going to get to this bowl game. We're going to get to this bowl game. We're going to get to this bowl game. And then when you mess around and stumble across, you stumble across the opportunity to get something else, it's extra.
Right.
It's extra at that point. And it's an option at that point. But it wasn't the goal. You have accomplished the goal, and that's get Miss Peggy to a bowl game. And that's what you got. Well, and I don't think there's a right and wrong.
How they talking now?
Huh?
You hear how they talking now? You hear how they talking now? The goal is win the championship. I heard all five of them say that.
Yeah. And it's like
next year.
It's the power of suggestion. It's the power of the tongue, man. Anybody tell you when you creating goals and stuff like that, you got to be very clear and careful what you put out there because they got exactly what they wanted. They can't say they didn't get what they wanted. Sometimes you get what you want and you be like, man, I wish I'd have said something else because you got that bowl game. You didn't want it. You were this close to getting to the Big 12 championship in the playoff. You was this close, but that wasn't your goal. You see what I'm saying? If it was your goal, you would have got it. Kansas and everything would have lined up. You know, and I think that's what got them in the end. I think that's what got them in Kansas State. I think that's what got them in Kansas. That whole, and I've been saying that, and people are like, no. I say, I'm telling you, you go check the doggone video, check the playlist.
I get your point, but I just think I can't buy that, Greg. I can't believe just because they want to win a bowl game, they didn't want to go further. They had
I didn't say they didn't want to. I didn't say they didn't want to do nothing.
No, you said a goal though.
That was the goal. You accomplished it.
Yeah, I'm talking about after they reached that goal, that 6th win. I'm sure that goal had moved on up. I don't know.
Yeah,
if they go with that, they shouldn't even been playing.
You can try. Look, you can try to change a goal. It's just like me running full speed, then stopping and going against Usain Bolt, and he's still running. Then I try to take off running again. I don't lost all my momentum. I got to get my speed back up. You know what I'm saying? Let's say I race Usain Bolt and we running 100, and I'm just trying to beat him to the 40-yard line. And when I get to the 40-yard line, I stop, and I feel like, oh, I'm beating him. And I try to start back running again. He going to the 100. He going to the 100. I may beat him for the first 40 yards, but he was running. He wasn't trying to beat me to the 40 yard. He trying to beat me to the 100. So he started everything slow. I got out on him. I got him. And then I'm like, oh, I got him. Oh, I might well try to beat him to the 100 now. He already gone to the 100. I can't just shift gears like that. If I had raced him to the 100, I would have beat him in the 40 anyway. He probably would have beat me in the 100. But I would have had a better chance of beating him in the 100 if I had ran through the 40 instead of stopping at the 40. You know, so it's like that's just how I go. You know, it's momentum involved. It's a lot of things involved. It's psychological at the end of the day. It's psychological.
All right. If you're tuning in right now, you're watching Sports Talk. We'll be watching along with Greg said it. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Thank y'all for participating in the chat. We appreciate everything that y'all do here to support us tonight. Realizing that y'all could have been doing or watching something else. So, Greg, when they went into office, they don't hit that National Signing Day. What you think of the National Signing Day or some of the players that Coach Ryan brought in?
I mean, I think the guys he got, most of them you already knew. Ain't no too many surprises. I mean, it may be one or two. You know, they did a little bit.
I wish they could have got that at what's called the Sangaboo, whatever name. Both times.
Oh, he's about the linebacker.
Yeah, we need linebackers, bro.
Whatever linebackers they can bring in, they're gonna have to bring in veterans. See, you know, they're gonna have to bring in people like they brought in with Hill Green. You're gonna have to bring in seniors and Greg. You're gonna have to bring in them kind of people because your linebacker core is so young. I mean, most of the linebackers you just brought in were freshmen. And then Wester, I mean, he's older, but I mean, I don't know what Jeremiah Brown gonna do. But I think at the end of the day, as far as them they're gonna have to bring in veteran linebackers. They got a good linebacker. What was it, Marquez Walker? I think he played Juju this week, don't he? From what I hear. Buford play Carrollton this week. So I didn't know he was that tall. But
it's on Channel 8. It's on Channel 8.
It was GPB.
We're losing a lot, man. We're losing a lot of leadership. That's what I'm looking at. The leadership side of the defense. I'm saying like Cameron Simeon Craig, like Shiloh, Hill Green, Bentley, Block Bully. Man, them guys gonna be hard to replace, man. And I don't know them guys like that in that portal.
But all them guys was new. I mean, Bentley don't want to return. When you look at LeJounte, we got him out the portal. We didn't know he was gonna be a leader. We got Block Bully out the portal. Hill Green, all them guys showed up in the summer, really. Some of them in the spring, some of them in the summer. So what that show you is, if you're not a recruit, you can find another senior. You can find another LeJounte that's a senior leader. You can find another Block Bully who's a senior leader in Hill Green. You know, it's not like these are guys who've been there for a couple years. So that's what we're looking at. If they got their recruiting formula right, they should be able to find another guy who can fit that role. You know, it's just a role you have to fill in.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
hope
I
they
mean,
find
as long as
three.
they got the right attitude, and like LeJounte, them had the right attitude, they were team players. Block Bully was a team player. Hill Green, team player. As long as they got that, we think about, we got thousands of players all over the country. It's up to the recruiting staff to, you know, you got your mold, you know, you got your type that you're looking for, and you just fill it in with that type of player. And it's plenty of guys. I mean, everybody ain't a Block Bully. You know, he's just a smaller guy, but Block Bully did what he did where he came from. He did it against the best. So we got to find somebody who want to transfer, who not to anchor that line like that. And it ain't too many people do it like Block Bully. I mean, he was consistent, and he's consistent from where he came from, and he was consistent this year. So I don't know. You think Tyler Brown's coming back? Did he walk on senior day?
No, he didn't walk. He coming back.
Now Tyler Brown should be
sleeping in the weight room. Both ways.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna end up. I was gonna suggest it. I did suggest it. He need to come back and focus on defense, because you're gonna have plenty of linemen, but you're gonna need some defensive linemen. You see what happened to us late in this season, defensive linemen. He need to focus on
master defense too.
Focus and master a lot of position. Huh?
He was getting whooped plenty of time on that offensive line. You might be right.
Well, I mean,
I'm telling you right now,
what have so many offensive linemen.
What they
you got all these boys coming back from the offensive line. You got big Owens over there, Kirkland.
No, they don't left, Fred.
Huh?
They don't left, bro.
Who?
They don't left.
Who are they?
There's a lot of them left. They just ain't released the name. There's a lot of them left. They just ain't released the name.
So you think Flapjack?
I don't know who. That's what I've been talking.
I don't think Owens
left. You heard what God said in Coach Hart.
What did he say?
You didn't see the video they put up?
Which one you talking about? Willow?
He said the room is bare. Yeah.
What room?
I don't show them on my broadcast. Not the room, the team wise. Okay. You say you saw the Oklahoma State game, right? Who's on the offensive line side, Jordan?
Beside Jordan?
Yeah, Jordan C.
At tackle? It should have been Mayers, right?
You got Jordan C. Who?
Mayer should have been over there, right?
No, he went over there.
Because he's a senior.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about who did you see on the line? Villalobos told you in the well.
Yeah, and I did see Hamill. I did see Hamill over there on the right. Hamill, whatever his name, on right tackle over there, because I know Houston got hurt.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know
about. Yeah, I don't know who all come back. I really don't know. All I seen out there was Jordan C. You didn't see Benson. Well, I saw Benson on the sideline in the walking boot.
Oh, he was in the boot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The walking boot on his foot.
I don't think a lot of the linemen left. Now I don't see how the.
They had walk-ons out there. Then. They had walk-ons out there in that Oklahoma State game.
Not as starters, though.
Go back and look at it.
As starters.
Yeah. Chat, will y'all tell Greg who was on that offensive line? Steve, tell Greg who was on the offensive line beside Jordan C.
I don't know where
they told you. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I find Loho.
Mayors, I mean, that's his senior game.
I don't know if I say.
Talk about it though. It's human nature to relax. We got 30 minutes of football left. All right, it's 0-0. This half showed them zero hope. All right, you play with your heart, you play with toughness, you strike blocks, you get off blocks, you run to the ball for 30 minutes as fast as you can. But when we come in here after this game, that scoreboard better say Oklahoma State what? Zero. All right, let's go. Make it 0-0. Whatever you got to do right here. At the end of the day, I'm playing.
Yeah, I know the right tackle was Hummel, whatever his name.
It's just gonna be interesting going forward. I'm gonna see what they're gonna do. What they're gonna do on the offensive line and defensive line. Like I say, it's gonna be a different team. And from what I'm hearing, Coach Prime won a different team.
I think it's gonna be that anyway. I mean, because you had a lot of young guys, that's behind these guys. With that. What's that?
Yeah, he ain't going with that. He wants to let them.
Yeah, I mean, you had a lot of young guys like let me say like Yo-Yo. He's a developmental piece. You have Flapjack, you had Kirkland, all these guys were young guys. They transferred, but they were young, but they're bigger size guys. You got a lot of freshmen coming in, and they're bigger size freshmen. These not little freshmen, these 6'6", 360. So their line is gonna be bigger because the boys who are already here, and then the boys who coming in are bigger. The line is gonna be a lot bigger. They're gonna be 6'6" plus and 350 plus, everybody. You know, even that.
For the offense or defense? Offense or defense?
Offense. Line is just gonna be bigger team, but they're gonna be young too, though. They're gonna be young. A lot of the linemen. We probably don't get a lot of linemen out the portal. Probably get a couple of them, but we won't be heavy portal-led team. But when you look at the defensive line, I think they can go portal crazy on that defensive line because you losing Buell. I think he's a senior. You're losing Block Bully. You're losing Shane Coates. You're losing who else? You losing? I think they said they're gonna let Hayes come back.
Yeah, I think he come back.
Yeah, I think they're gonna give him a medical red shirt. But he's on the outside. But I'm saying like that's what we suffered at in the end. Our depth in the middle. That's why Tyler Brown had to go over there. I mean, because Torian Carter couldn't come back for whatever happened with him. So they're gonna put a lot of
Torian Carter.
So the only person you got coming back is your boy Barnes in the middle. And then, of course, you got McNeil. I don't know what Swain developed to. I know Swain was a freshman. I don't know what he developed to. You're going to get Wiggins back. But, I mean, you're going to have to go heavy in the portal when it comes to that defensive line. I think the defense is going to be heavy portal anyway. I think the defensive line going to be heavy portal. I think the linebackers going to be heavy portal. You probably going to go get some cornerbacks and some safeties.
Oh, he definitely gonna need some safety.
Yeah, you're gonna need a lot of. I don't know. He said Tafik. I don't know. I guess Tafik got another year, but
yeah, I think he got another year, 2 year.
But you see, man, you lose a couple tackles, and you trying to keep them boys fresh, but they're gonna need about a good 6-7 more defensive linemen out the portal.
I think they're gonna need more than that, Greg.
Well, I mean, they do got some coming back, and they do got some freshmen, defensive linemen. But they got a lot of edge rushers. But that middle, go big or go home. I mean, I say go big or go home. Some wildebeest. They need some wildebeest.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 3
then
plus.
Then your boy, he hit the portal today.
Who?
Your boy hit the portal today.
Who?
Brewer.
I thought he was already a senior.
No, he hit the portal today.
Well, they must have gave him his year back. I thought he was already a senior.
Yeah. Got a question here for you, Greg. Do you think we're gonna lose a lot of players to the portal?
Of course.
It's deep.
Everybody
Yeah,
gonna lose a lot of players to portal because that's the nature
but
of
they
it.
can't have but 105. But I think we was already at 105, under 105.
I want to see how many running backs we're gonna lose.
I didn't think about that.
I mean, they all young. Somebody gonna be like, shoot, I gotta go. They
Yeah, you
all the
right, big
same.
one.
We had
Taylor did,
three. We had 2 sophomores, and then we got 2 freshmen. Because you got Welch, beat Brandon Hood, and then you have Auguste, and you have Hayden. That's 4 running backs. So all of them got a couple years left. Then we got the true freshmen. So it ain't like you got like, oh, somebody about to be a senior. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to old school. Greg said it. You know who messed us up? He messed himself up more than he messed us up. Your boy Amos.
Correct.
Amos.
Oh man, boy, man.
I told
get a chance to play.
I said we got him
been a star on the
Green.
team.
They handed us the conference championship. Remember, I told us that they handed us the conference championship. They give us that big running back, and they gave us Hill Green on the other side. I said they handed us. We had that big running back on them 3rd and shorts. Man, if we had had them, we had had that big running back, man, and he was fast too. But if we had that big running back for a short yardage, he took his silly behind down there to go be on the bench at Ole Miss. He was walking into a starting position.
Ron said, hit the port again. That's what Ron said.
I thought it was his senior year. I thought it was his senior year, but he ain't play. So, he probably probably had another red shirt. I don't know how they got so many red shirts now.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
I'm going to sit back and watch and see what they do, man.
I think we would have ran the ball more if we had a guy like Amos to go from them 3rd and 2s and 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. I think we would have ran more. And I think that was the difference in our offense. You know what else? I think I'm gonna say something crazy. I gotta say something crazy every week. I'm gonna go ahead and say something crazy. So y'all get your mind right. I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. I ain't scared of you. I'm like Bernie Mac. I ain't scared of y'all. Look.
Yeah.
We should have kept Mikey.
What, the tight end?
We should have kept Michael Harrison. We needed a tight end. For what he produced the year before, if we had a tight end that could catch and make some plays like he did, that would have made the difference. I know they got some big young tight ends coming in next year who can go get the ball. But look at everybody else. Look at everybody else. You look at the fact that Kansas State lived off their tight ends. Kansas, everybody lived off their tight ends. We had everything but a tight end. If we had Smalls go out there and catch a ball every now and then, he was no threat. If we had somebody like Micah Harrison who could sit there and look like he gonna block and shoot that seam at tight end,
yeah,
he
left. He left with they didn't ask him to go. He left with the coach.
Yeah, but man, we had to give that man a scholarship. He was a walk-on. He was a walk-on. If we had and see that boy went down there at Arizona State, what's the boy name that came from Cincinnati? He doing all right down. He ain't all that, but he doing all right down there at Ohio State. They throwing in the ball, big tight end from Cincinnati that we had.
Yeah.
The reality is, I ain't said crap about blocking. I said clearly we need a tight end that can go get the ball. That's clearly what I said. So the reality is, if we had a tight end who was a pass threat, with the pass threat we had, with the pass threat we had,
yeah, we need one of them big old devils. I don't think Yeah, that's the name. Montreal.
Yeah, Mateo. But I'm saying the fact is, everybody else pretty much had. Utah had some tight ends they can use. Kansas had some tight ends they can use. Everybody had some tight ends. Even Mateo doing all right down at Arizona State. Everybody, I mean, of course, UCF didn't really. I think they had a decent little tight end. They can go down and catch the ball. Mikey screwed himself over, and they should have. You know, he wasn't the smallest guy. He wasn't the biggest guy. But even a lot of the NFL tight ends right now ain't the biggest guys. Old boy Kittle is not the biggest guy, and you know he's not the biggest guy in the world. You know, if we had a guy like that who can sneak down that seam and get open, because a lot of times, you know what I feel like. I feel like when our tight ends lined up, I don't think nobody feared them as a pass threat. They pretty much was stuck in a one-dimensional role. Like, hey, they can block. So we know we just gonna count them as.
You think they would have? You think they were gonna add that in the offense? You think we're gonna add a tight end in our offense?
They got two good tight ends coming in.
You think they would
have this year?
I ain't talking about this year. I'm talking about next year. I'm talking about, you think they would have added him in the offense for passing?
I'm saying next year we got two good tight ends.
Our offense this year we're trying to get them 4 wide receivers off.
Yeah, but most of the time we had 5 out there because we did use Seville Smalls. He just was no threat. He run out there kind of stiff. He catch the ball and fall down 1 yard short of the first down. I mean, he was not no threat to score no touchdowns.
Yeah. So what it gonna look like without Travis and Shedeur, man? How they gonna use Juju? You think Juju they gonna roll with Juju, or you think they gonna go hit the porter with a veteran, or we're gonna use our bag up to battle Juju? What would you like to see? We don't know.
Well, I'm gonna say this: if you don't use Juju, he's gonna be in the portal too. So you know. That's one of those guys you just cannot play. It's just like Jordan Seaton. If you didn't play Jordan Seaton, somebody finna come and flirt with him. So at the end of the day, I think Juju gonna do all right, but you're gonna have a lot more balanced attack. You're gonna have to have gonna have to have that running game, and ain't gonna be no little running back running to the back of the lineman and crap like that. It's gonna have to be some real. I don't know, because they say Hankerson went up there and got. Did he get 1,000 yards this year? They said that Hankerson went up there at Oregon State.
He was running that thing. Every time you turn on TV, Hankerson broke off about 50.
They say Hankerson had 1,000 yard year, and that sounds crazy when he was running to the back of the line like ours. So I don't know what they need to figure out about this run game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's the coordinator. I don't know. But that's 2 years in a row that you talked about that run game the whole season. Like, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. We can't do it. And then you watch these running backs go to other teams, and it's like, is it the scheme?
They gonna push out the line of scrimmage to me when I was out there.
But is it the scheme? I mean, is it
nobody but Jordan? That ain't only run the play that ran with that dime. Take the ball, just hand it out there, and you just that's the only time they ran the ball.
Did you watch Georgia Tech?
We gotta play them first.
Did you watch them play? Yeah. I like how they have
a lot of motion. They got a lot of motion.
They use a lot of motion. They'll move 2-3 linemen, move over right for the play, then motion back. And then they'll run them jet sweep.
They send a tight end down.
They were 10 Georgia
down.
They were 10 Georgia
running back take that ball. That quarterback pick that ball, that running back, and follow that in, and then
he take off with the ball. They tore Georgia behind up.
Yeah.
They tore Georgia up.
Yeah. Hey, if Colorado don't get their act together in this quarter, I heard the coach say he darn near got all his players coming back to Georgia Tech.
Yeah, they young.
I don't know how true it
Now
is.
on the defensive side, they had some old, but yeah, they young.
And we played them first.
Yeah,
We played them
I
first.
think
That's the first game of the season.
I think Colorado typically play well against the run. Like this year, that's just that Kansas game was just
This year.
anomaly. It was an anomaly because let's be real. Let's be all the way real. The Big 12 is full of good running backs. Big 12, if I was to recruit, Big 12 is full of good running backs, and the Big 12 is full of good tight ends. You want to go find some good tight ends, the Big 12 got them. And running backs. Outside of that, the receivers are all right. Quarterback's not that great. You know.
The quarterbacks ain't good at all. But Colorado got to win that bowl game and be ranked in the top 25 next year if they want to climb that ladder.
They put them
you ain't
against
ranked
the
out that
odds.
top 25.
They put Colorado against the odds, and Colorado still had it in their hand because they weren't going to get there by the ranking. They screwed them by the ranking. But if they had just got to that bowl game, they could have slid right on in that playoff. Because they weren't going to let them do it off no ranking because they kept them at high as possible, low as possible on that thing. 23, 22, 21, 20. And then, it's like, boom. So that wasn't going to really work for them. But if they had got in there, it was at the door. They was at the door. We can't say they didn't have a chance. They was at the door.
Yeah, they had a chance now. They had a chance. Yep. They was there. It's just gonna be different, man. Prime gonna wake up and look to his left, look to his right, look behind him. He gonna say, "Dang."
He gonna feel different.
Gone.
He gonna feel different.
Travis gone.
It's all, you know what it's gonna feel like.
I already know he is.
You know what it's gonna feel like.
He gonna say, "What the hell I'm doing here?"
Yeah, you know what he gonna say.
We talked about this before the season started.
Hey, Prime gonna be like, somebody don't trick me. So it's like they don't bait and switch me. He gonna feel like he bait and switch. They're like, I came here with my kids. My daughter was here, then she left. My boy Bucky, and now I'm here alone. How did I get way out here and be alone? I'm way out here alone. He gonna feel like somebody don't bait and switch him. That's what it's gonna feel like.
They enjoy
one in everybody go.
And the other in Vegas.
And Travis gonna be gone too.
Yeah, he gonna tell you that.
He gonna feel alone. He gonna feel alone.
Boy.
He gonna feel alone at some point.
That's the only one he talked to.
Your kids come hang at your office, and they ain't there. It's like being in the house without your kids. It's like empty nesting. He empty nested out there.
Hey, it'll be just like when I got my divorce. I came home, looked around, I was eating. God damn, my daughter gone. God damn. Hello. It took me a while to get used to, boy. Yeah, I'll tell you that. Hey, that thing gonna hit hard, boy. He just, man, he don't mention a couple times in that press. It's gonna be different. He don't know how he gonna feel. He ain't did it.
Not at the coaching level. He always coached. He always coached them. Even by the time he went to Jackson State, he's about to go on his own. They came right with him.
Yeah. So that's the key part I'm gonna be interested in. Don't let him lose on 1 or 2 games. Shit. All right, then.
He ain't
gonna say, man, what I'm in for?
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. If your career started off, not because you wanted to do it, because you didn't have to for money, or anything. It started off, let me help my kids out. Because I'm gonna be out here watching y'all coach my kids. Y'all ain't finna be telling them that crazy. And everybody else just gonna benefit from the fact. You're gonna benefit from the fact that you on the team with my kids. And now since I'm me, I'm gonna do it on a whole nother level. I'm gonna go on here. He said, since I'm doing it, I'm gonna do it big. So he made it a bigger operation. But the core was, I'm moving up with my kids. You notice that when he went to high school, he wasn't still worried about no rec league. By the time they got to high school, he wasn't still doing no truth. It was no truth once the truth was
Right.
Once they got to high school, it was no truth. It was that private school. And then once he went to that private school and they went to college, it was no more, I'm coaching high school no more. I'm going to Jackson State. I'm going to Colorado. So, you know, it's really going to be a test for him on your why. You know how people say, what is your why? What is your why? It's really going to be a test to say, you know what? This is really why I'm doing it. I thought this was why I'm doing it, but this is really why I'm doing it. I mean,
I hope they do good in that portal, man. I heard that. Yeah, I just hope he gets some line. Huh?
I say it don't have nothing to do with his coaching or his ability to coach. It's going to be strictly his desire. Like, do I even feel like doing
this? You ain't got your son Shedeur there. Who you close to?
He ain't got. If people talking about Bucky gonna be there, Bucky is not gonna have to be split up too. So he ain't gonna be able to just sit in Colorado.
Bucky gonna be down there.
Well, he gonna be at Travis. He gonna be able. I mean, Travis got his own folks, but I'm saying like he gonna be covering different stuff. You know, because it's not all in one place.
Root. Yeah. I'm sure you already got the plan now. Got a team together to go do.
Yeah,
I'm sure they don't figure that out. I'm sure Coach Ryan don't figure that out.
What I'm saying is like your content was only in Colorado, and now it's gonna be spread out. So it's an adjustment for everybody, and even what their content is gonna look like.
Yeah, it is.
At the pro level, how much assets they gonna give you, what they gonna kind of limit you on, because it's not your daddy team no more. Wow. So what if they say, hey, you know what, you can't do that here in this particular program, or don't put certain people on the camera. You got prima donnas, you got everybody, you know, it's just different. Kids are happy to be on the camera. Pros might get bougie. Don't put me on the camera unless you pay me. You know, it's like, wow. you know, you don't know what it's just different. It's just different.
Yeah, it's gonna be different. Everything gonna be different. Just gotta sit back and wait and see. I just want to see. I'm just waiting for this portal to hit. I heard it from what I hear, I heard we straight. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I think my hope is he don't get bored, because I'm gonna give y'all an example. I'm gonna speak on my own. I can like doing this. I can like sports, and I go out there and coach my own kids, but I don't like it enough to doggone go out there and just be. Some people just they gonna coach for years and years, and their kids coming, they coach other people before the kids go and they keep coaching. Most people move on with their kids. So I know if I were to coach, and I don't like football that much to be just one of them legendary coaches to be coaching for 30 years and coach everybody, kids and grandkids, and you know, because if I do it, I'm doing it only because I'm helping my kids. So it really goes back to, you know, what is your passion? And when I look at a dude like Deion, this is what my biggest concern be with him. Like, forget all the nonsense everybody else be talking about, trying to be a hater. Deion actually has aspirations to do other stuff. And football can actually limit that at some point. Like he got a TV show on Tubi. You know, he got commercials he's doing. He has he can easily go on the NFL Network where he was, or one of these channels, be an analyst, and still be around football without the headache, without the hustle of getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and coaching all day. Like they say, they go there early in the morning, they don't leave at 7 o'clock. He don't have to do that. You know, he can make that same money just doing these commercials and doing his own TV shows. And I don't know, man. I think well off, and all of them is playing. It's so much more they could do outside of. I think they can be a media empire.
Oh, I'm sure they're trying to get that.
I think well off can be the TMZ of sports media. You know how they have like all them different paparazzi and they all get together and have these different stores. When I see well off, because of how their content it's like a combination of like that people say reality. It's like reality mixed with news, mixed with this and that. And it's like it's so much more they could do just with their style. And they just use their assets in Colorado to do it. You know, they use it that way. But at the end of the day, they can do so much more if they want to. And so we'll see. I mean, if he's content with just doing just the football, and I just see it different because I just look at what he's done for so many years and what he's capable of doing.
I don't know. So you'll have to see it. That's why I'm just sitting back, just gonna watch and see. Because I'm telling you right now, Shedeur get out there and struggle that 1 year and make that call, and that GM and that owner go with it.
I remember when when Coach Prime was at Jackson State, for example, and he said God called him to do it, and he made quick changes and quick exposure to that place, and it got to a point where what he was able to do was going to be limited because of either the mindset of the people there or the resources or a combination of all that. And he went to a bigger place, a bigger playing field as far as him accomplishing what he's having the resources and everything to do what he do. So the challenge will be that, and I'm not talking about financially, like when you go to, like they say, you're a top coach in the SEC, you getting paid 20 million versus, you know, here you getting 8 or whatever. I'm talking about just, it's really going to depend on you. People say he living his purpose. It's really going to depend on what his purpose is, because his purpose of coming here might have been what he's already done to a degree. I don't know.
No, I don't
so
know.
You got to keep an eye on that, because I think a lot of people thought he was going to stay at Jackson State forever, and it was a flip of a switch. He was like, I ain't going to. I'm gone. And it was a bigger level. It was a bigger level for him to go to as far as his reach. And you can't say that it ain't happened. You can't say that you compare Colorado to Jackson State as far as the reach and what they was able to do. Like, you looking at Travis up there right now about to go to the Heisman. That wasn't happening at Jackson State. He even ran circles around him. They would have only used it against him. They tried to use against Shedeur. Well, you did all that, but you just did it at that level.
Right. So, what you think about that list that came out today? Let's see. BJ Green was the newcomer of the year. Shedeur, offensive player of the year for the Big 12. Travis, defensive player of the year for the Big 12. And what else we got right here?
Honorable mentions.
I'm surprised Will Shepard went on that honorable mention either. Yeah, I'm surprised Cameron Simeon Craig didn't make a second team. That shocked me on that. I guess they saying, well, we don't give Prime enough. We ain't gonna try to get him.
What about the third team? Well, it should have been a third team on that too. I remember Shiloh was on the third team. Something like it's 3 teams. So I guess nobody made the third team. I said then nobody made the third team. They got Hill Green made second team.
He the only one made the second team.
Yeah, I remember during the preseason they had some people on the third team. But I think Will Shepard just didn't. I mean, he made some decent plays, but he not. He didn't make.
When I look at the team anyway for the draft, I want to see about 5 people getting drafted. I'm gonna do a show on that one. There's gonna be some players that ain't gonna get drafted. Folks think they're gonna get drafted. I don't think they're gonna get the 5 drafted. Maybe
it goes back to what we said. If they made it into the conference championship and the playoff, it would have added a couple draft picks on there, even if it was late.
True. Yeah.
It was
So
in
I
their
think it went
hands.
to 7 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get a lot of people who gonna get some invitations to some camps. Like we had a couple last year try to make the team like that. And it could
Yeah,
end
they'll
up
make
being
it like that. I'm talking about draft day. Hearing their name called on draft day.
well,
I don't think it's
you
gonna be
ain't
about
gonna
5.
you might see Shedeur, Travis, BJ Green might go 4th, 5th round.
Yeah.
LeJounte might go late, or he might end up doing like Weaver. He could go later.
I
Yeah,
think
so
he
that's
can draft.
4.
I think he's going about 3rd or 4th round.
It's gonna be later than that because his size.
You think so?
But he probably go about 6, 7 round. Probably about 6th round. But I don't know Shiloh. I don't know if Shiloh would get a look. He might end about the 7th round just because.
Oh, he get drafted. He get drafted.
Yeah, I mean his name alone
He gonna get drafted.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna be up there with them.
Yeah, he gonna be about
6th,
7th
7th
round. So that's that 5 right there.
Yeah,
I feel like Block Bully gonna get invited to somebody count. Hill Green.
Yeah,
I don't know who looking at him. He might
gonna get drafted.
7th round. He might get a 7th round.
He gonna get drafted.
But he might get 7th round. So you think about it, if them boys had went to the conference championship and won, all that, if I say 7th round, would have bumped up to the 5th round. You see what I'm saying? You would have get a little more respect.
I said the same thing.
So
yeah,
some of these guys who right at the edge, they just gonna get invitation. I think Jimmy will mess around and get an invitation like Zay Weaver, especially with the injury. He'll get an invite until somebody camp and try to make the team, special teams. It's gonna be the same number of kids that we said. It's just gonna shift from a lot of them being drafted late to a lot of free agents. A lot of free agents.
Yeah.
Which is a shot. But we're gonna have more free agents than drafts. It's gonna be that 8 to 10, like we said. And
when I was looking at that list, I thought our punter was gonna get drafted, but when that Big 12 list came out, they got 2 punters ahead of him. He might not get drafted.
I don't think he had as good a year as he did the year before. He kicked a lot of balls out of bounds. He kicked a lot of balls out of bounds.
Kicking the ball 50. Man, you go look at the list. I checked that himself.
Out of bounds.
Going 50. No, Greg.
He kicked a lot of balls out of bounds, man. He get him when he get him.
I thought this dude was gonna get drafted.
If he was kicking a lot of balls,
he the best partner in the Big 12. Man, I can't understand they had him honorable mention.
He would have got higher. I'm telling you, if he was kicking a lot of balls out of bounds.
I disagree.
He was shanking them, man. I didn't say he didn't get them up there, but he a lot of the balls that he's supposed to kept on the field, he was kicking them out of bounds. I didn't know.
He gonna get drafted in the 5th or 6th round. Boy, that list came out there. I was looking at that work. I said,
if he got rid of some of those shanks, he would have been
on minutes. I said, man, they got this dude from made the special team from Arizona State kicker.
Which the field goal
and
kicker?
BYU kicker.
But why wouldn't you think about it? These boys, Arizona State finna play in the championship. They finna get a lot more love than they would have if they not made it.
I thought Colorado would be playing in that bowl. When I was looking at the game today,
which one?
They might have to go to that Holiday Bowl.
I would prefer them to go to the Holiday Bowl.
That's in San Diego, and I was looking at it today. The Alamo Bowl usually take the loser in the championship game. Because I was reading it.
I was getting more a rematch for BYU versus Arizona State.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's gonna be.
If they lose.
I think Colorado going to the San Diego.
If Arizona State win, Iowa State will get to play BYU. They ain't had a chance to play each other this year.
Yeah. It depends on Iowa State.
Iowa State is not a former Pac-12 team. It has to be a former Pac-12 team. So I would like to see them play in the Holiday Bowl against one of them ACC teams, but the stadium is too doggone small. Stadium on a whole about 33,000, man. 30-some thousand.
What stadium?
They're gonna be playing at Sean Lewis Stadium over there in San Diego.
Oh, that what they playing at?
Yeah, that little bit of stadium, man. That's a little powerful. I'm not
Oh
powerful.
no, they ain't gonna hold them there then.
Man, what Colorado can fill up the stadium by themselves.
They sure kid on that one.
And you mess around and play somebody like Miami. You play Miami. Oh shoot, you need to be down at what they need to move that to where the Chargers play at.
Chargers play it, yeah.
But they ain't gonna do that because they got their contract. They're gonna let their ego down. If they end up playing Colorado, go there. They need to move that venue to a bigger venue.
Right. It come out Sunday, so I'll be paying attention to see where they play. I was gonna go, but I ain't gonna go. I was planning on going wherever they play, but I'm just watching on TV.
It has its pros and cons.
Hey, if y'all got any question in the chat, I gotta get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Y'all need to go ahead and drop it.
You know,
got any questions for Greg in the chat?
On the 28th, both of them games on the 28th. So that's what, 3 days after Christmas.
I thought one of them on the 27th, what I saw. The Holiday Bowl on 27th.
I seen 28th. Yeah, let's see.
No, that what's called game 20. Alamo Bowl the 28th.
I thought
Let me see the Holiday Bowl. I thought you could be right, but I thought what I saw. Let's see. Yeah, it's 27th, 5 o'clock. Holiday Bowl. Yeah, I thought I saw that day. It's the 27th, 2 days after Christmas at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And the Alamo Bowl the next day, 28th. What bowl in Vegas? What that bowl is in Vegas?
It's Las Vegas Bowl, ain't it?
That's where they need to go. We'll see. The Las Vegas Bowl. It's on the 27th too at 7:30. 7:30 p.m. Yeah, that would be nice. I'd probably go with that one. Yeah, I would go to that one. Even though I just came out from out there 3 months ago.
Boys,
all right, y'all talk to me, chat. What position y'all would like Coach Prime and the Colorado to improve for next year through the transfer portal? He said Merritt. JJ, what you say? Should see you move London Merritt to outside linebacker? Depends on what they looking for in the portal, my dog.
They got to get them backers out that portal, boy. So nobody got time to be coming up short because injuries, them injuries happen, man. We came up on a point at the end of this season where it could have got ugly for us because we was to the point where all we had was Bentley and Hill Green, and Bentley was walking around like his foot was half hanging off. So it could have got ugly quick with them linebackers. You got to stay on top of them linebackers. Well, I guess we had a lot of
Miss Barbara Fox said the offensive line. That's true. I go with you on that. Miss Johnson wants the running backs. She says we need some more running back.
I think we need diversity in running backs. Like we had the big running back tight ends. Our running backs, like they like to get all the running backs be the same height. Speaking of running back, what McCaskill do this year? He ran his stuff out there to be the man. What happened to him out there? Anybody know what McCaskill did?
Did he get picked up?
He was at Arizona State.
I think he was still in the portal. He had Arizona State. Oh, I don't know. I think Merritt will start. Merritt is a edge that they flip from Ohio State. I agree with you, JJ.
Yeah, it's
They said a bench warmer. That's it. Big Worm JJ said he a bench warmer. Why y'all crazy?
it's crazy. Like and like
Just,
Dylan Edward took himself down there and did.
y'all talking about Scatterboo ran him off.
I'm just saying these boys went down there and they took on a different role.
They had no plan, bro.
They had a who?
They ain't had no plan, man. They just jumped in there, man, because they got mad or something.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Old school said, yeah, he's still at Arizona State.
Yeah, he down now.
Triple L said,
did anybody see him play though?
He couldn't have played. You know, he ain't gonna be playing in front of Scatterboo. That boy, shoot, he probably best running back in the country. Triple L, 3 linebackers, 2 defensive back, 2 safety, 4 D. Hey, you might have a point there, Triple L. I might agree with you on that. They need a lot.
So, do you think they would have made any difference?
Who?
If they had a stayed?
Them running back?
Like with Dylan Edwards had a ball. You know what? I thought about something.
That was either.
I think we sold up. I think we sold ourselves short on
that wasn't on you, Brett. On what?
On
Harge. What? So you showed on
Harge.
On who?
Harge.
Number 17.
Yeah.
Hey, you saw when he ran that ball, boy. That bad boy. Shit. He gonna be a star next year.
I mean, he come out that backfield. It looked like Dylan Edwards out the backfield. He accelerated the backfield. He make all the backfield.
They thought he gonna run up that middle. That bad boy hit that side on it by Jordan C. Shit.
I seen him run right out the backfield. I'm like, who is that? I mean, he came out the backfield so quick.
He's fast,
man. Like, after we watched what he did during the spring, it's almost like we was glad. Appreciate us making our spring look good. We should have used that boy like Dylan Edwards. He might would have been a difference maker in that backfield. Like how a lot of times we were using Draylon Miller out the backfield. It should have been Harge. I'm just gonna say that. It should have been Harge. The way he was moving.
Hard. Coach Brown said Harge gonna be the next Brad. Harge that dude, man.
I feel like we underused the dude, man. I feel like we underused him. Now that I look at
it, save him, man.
Save him from what? Because if that man was playing, he would have gave our offense another element that maybe would have helped us in like a Kansas State game or some of these other.
Especially when Jimmy got hurt. Especially when he got hurt.
Yeah, I'm looking back at it, man. I'm like, because they kind of used him. They even put him in a couple packages. I know one of them got called back. They put him in the Wildcat. We ain't had no Wildcat all year. They put Harge in that Wildcat. He took off up that sideline. They called a hold and they called it back. I'm looking like he bringing some whole different looks at the end of the season. That we start putting him in the backfield, and we had him in the backfield in the spring game. But between the spring game all the way up to like, I don't know what game that was. Was it Utah that we saw Harge on the offense? We treated Harge like
when I was out there, he played.
Yeah. So I'm saying we treated Harge like a backup, like, okay, he go in at the end of the game. He got some play in, he got in and did some backup at the nickel. At the star, and we seen him like that. But when I look back at that offense, we could have really used that boy on offense, man. And that's hard to say because we played well most games, but I think he would have added a different look to some of them games.
I think when Jimmy got hurt, I think he should have been the one that
I don't think he was slot. I think he should have been a lot of that plays that we was giving to Draylon Miller out the backfield when he was motioning into the backfield or motion out the backfield. I feel like that should have been hard on some of those.
I could have done
because the speed is just.
Yeah, I can
I
see
don't
that.
know.
He fast, man. He quick.
Yeah, he fast. We don't really give a lot of players a lot of look because we've been talking about Jimmy Horn and talking about Travis, but I think we overlook Harsh this year. I know he's gonna be the man next year, but he probably should have been more of the man this year. Because his speed, he looked like Dylan Edwards coming out on some of them routes, some swing routes out the backfield. He looked like, for a second, I'm like, who is that? He looked like Dylan Edwards coming out the backfield. And we lost that element. Like, we ain't got no quick running back game. We ain't got no quick guys out the backfield.
Nah, we didn't. That's why I said we missed Jimmy Horn.
But they didn't really use Jimmy Horn out the backfield like that. They probably should have, but because he probably could have ran some similar plays.
Yeah,
he probably could have ran some Wildcat too. We didn't really fully use the speed of Jimmy Horn. Because I'm gonna tell you, Georgia Tech, like they put that boy Singleton in motion. You know, Georgia Tech, they always been in motion. Singleton come out with them jet sweeps. And they handed off.
And they hand the ball to him.
He should have been doing that with Jimmy Horn and Harch. Man, please.
He wouldn't say that's the scheme they were running, man. On time, I ran back, ran the ball. You do that, said, and just stick it out there. They let him grab, and that's it. Wasn't no pitch sweep or nothing like that. I don't know what that was.
I feel like in a lot of ways, I feel like the first year, last year, I feel like we didn't use our talent fully, and I definitely don't feel like we used it fully. Even though our record was better, I feel like we didn't use our talent as we should. We didn't get everything out of Jimmy. We didn't get everything out of Harge. And it is what it is. I think it would have made a difference because we're here. We this far away. So I think the Kansas State game would have been different with somebody like Harge in the game. Because we lost so many players. You know, we like, we lost Jimmy. We lost Travis. We lost Amarion. But you still had Harge over there. And if you had been using him,
we didn't lose that game because of offense. We lost the game because of defense.
Man, we lost that game because, let me tell you, the offense played from behind.
We just started running.
Yeah, but we played from behind the first half.
Our offense played from behind the whole year. The whole year.
But by the time we got to the fourth quarter, let's be real, we needed some more offense. You remember we threw that ball up to Will Shepherd. He got Bobby Boucher. You know, we really we act like we ran out of weapons. We really did. Draylon Miller was on the field running a route. He just ran a little route to the sideline. I'm gonna tell you, if we had, Travis would have made it different. I'm just gonna say, if we had somebody like
that's what happened right there. We lost Travis, bro.
But if we had the speed of Harge on that field, we had already lost Jimmy Horn. And we had somebody like Harge running a wheel route out of the backfield and forcing the linebacker to cover him. See, we just didn't use. Do you see what I'm saying? That's a matchup. It's a matchup.
And some of them boys ain't doing that practice, Greg. You don't think Coach Brown would have put them guys out there?
Hey, man, he knew Harge wasn't running with the ones, though. He wasn't running. Coach Brown always gave credit to Harge. So he can't act like he didn't know to say Harge wasn't doing. He said Harge did what he's supposed to do. They just didn't use him. He said Harge was a dog. He gonna do this. He gonna do that. It's almost like they were banking on him being the man next year. Like next year, your year. Next year, your year. You know, they didn't do Wade like that. They said, "No, Wade, you outplayed Joe. We need you right now. You come on in, Wade." Wade was trying to red shirt, but they held Harge back, man. I ain't really think about it until because I forgot I didn't forget about him, but I didn't think nothing about him since the spring. They almost like, ooh, he's a lifesaver. We weren't gonna be able to put on our spring production without Harge, because all our running backs got hurt. And he saved the day. It wasn't like, oh, we found the weapon. It was like, oh, we found a guy who can make our spring game go forward. And you really didn't see him in no games. He was out there hitting on special teams. he wasn't really going to do much on the defense, but I think he would. I think he has a big play potential that we needed for like big runs. And I think, unfortunately, a lot of our running backs didn't give us that. But he showed he can give us that in the spring game. I don't feel like they gave him a chance. And I think when they did give him a chance, I think that he showed he can do it. I think like that Wildcat called back. I think he just didn't get enough swings at bat. That's all.
Is Trevor Wood come back? I don't know, Miss D. I don't know. Hey, thank y'all for the cash apps. Appreciate y'all. I don't know if he coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I just hope they get it together this year, man. I hope they got to come out fast, man. Because I seen that schedule. Shit. We lost a lot of seniors, leaders, especially on that defense, man. Because it's going to be interesting. I don't know where that Georgia Tech game going to be at either.
What's that? It's my next season?
When we play our first game.
It's gonna be in Boulder.
We play Georgia Tech. I don't know where that's from.
It's gonna be in
Boulder. It's gonna be in Boulder. Good.
And then the next year when they come to Atlanta.
That's good.
They're gonna be in Atlanta the year after that.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, y'all that sit in that cat, y'all keep it. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Good bless it, boy. Appreciate that. Appreciate the cash out, people. Jill, appreciate it. Mid-D, appreciate y'all. Boy, y'all they send them $100, boy. I might need to stop working and do this. They play Georgia Tech. Who is Delaware? What Delaware got? That's too far out, ain't it? And that's a long way from Wyoming.
It just, some of these games was already built out.
Again.
Some of these games was already built out.
Play Arizona again.
Before Coach Prime got there, so they got.
Yeah. BYU, Iowa State, Arizona State. Some of the schedule I couldn't get it all. Houston, Kansas State again, TCU, Utah.
Yeah, pretty much everybody didn't play this year.
Yeah.
They got so many teams in the conference. They call it Big 12, but you got like how many teams?
They got too many, man. They got about 16, ain't 18.
Yeah. Same
I
thing with
15.
You know what they messed up? They messed up when they start collapsing these conferences and letting people move around. Everybody want to go to one conference. You want to have 2 or 3 conferences, like they want to get rid of ACC. No, they button to stay. They need to let people stay in these conferences and quit moving around. And I think that at that point, this playoff model will actually work. It'll work better if everybody, because I think SEC feelings gonna get hurt every year because they're gonna have, we good enough to play. Then you should have stayed your butt in the Big 12.
Yeah.
Or the Big 12,
gonna be tricky.
Yeah, it's not gonna be pretty, man. You got too many teams. I think the best thing you could have did was left them conferences alone. Just take the conference champs and say, hey, conference champs from this one, conference champ that, the battle of the champions. We ain't worried about no rankings. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the playoffs, the champions win.
Just that they're supposed to be adding 2 more. Good. That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to get teams to lead the SEC. I'm not SEC, the ACC. What they used to have was back in the day, it was the Big East. It was the Big East back in the day with Syracuse and all them. And then they went to SEC. They should have kept the Big East. They should have kept the ACC. They kept the Big 10, Big 12, kept the Pac-12. just kept them all and just did a souped up playoff. And say take the top 2 teams from each conference. So that's what how many conferences it is? About 5, 6, about
That's
6
what I was
conferences.
going out. About 6 conferences, 6.
But they
No,
collapse.
5,
They don't collapse the Pac-12. They collapse the Pac-12. They trying to collapse the ACC by telling Florida State.
They got the SEC, they got the Big 10, they got the ACC, they got the Big 12, they got the Mountain West, and they got the American Athletic.
Yeah, but is the Mountain West what they've been all this time? They haven't been Power 5. They just basically replaced the Pac-12. Them teams, them American and all them, they was power. They was group of 5. That's why LeJounte and all them people was coming up. He was group of 5. So if you had left the Big East alone and you had left the Pac-12 alone, you would have had your little 6 conferences.
Following that, trying to get that money together, bro.
They messing their money up because now you got to go and try to pull teams from a group of 5, and then you're gonna tell somebody like Colorado, well, you know the reason y'all in here because of strength of schedule. You think, fool, you ain't said that to Boise State when they went through the Mountain West. You know what I'm saying? They run through the mountain where they play one team. When they played Oregon good, anybody can play one good game, and they didn't win. So you hold all the losses and all the strength of schedule stuff against somebody like Colorado, then you're a hypocrite and you put them in. And they ain't playing nobody. Who they playing? They ain't playing no Power 5. There would be if Colorado was in the SEC, they'll be 500. Well, if Boise State was in the Big 12, they'll be 500. You know, so it's like it's hypocritical at best.
Colorado got to win that bowl game, bro. I think Coach Prime know it too. Talk to the chat. Who's gonna win that SEC championship? Because they need to win their bowl game so they can be ranked in that top 25 next year, bro.
I thought the top 25 got more.
So they won't have to win every game this year.
Your recruiting class. That's what it's saying. Like the top.
So they won't have to win every game.
You looking at Georgia? Georgia don't know if they want to win or not.
Huh?
Georgia don't know if they want to win or not.
What you mean they don't know they want to win or not?
They want to have a home playoff game, so they torn. They don't know if they want to win the conference championship and have to bye, or they prefer to lose, even though they won't say it, and play like they prefer to lose, so they can have the first round of the playoff at Athens. I don't heard it too many times. I heard it when they were playing Georgia Tech. They didn't even want to play in the conference game.
I know what name did. He came out and said the Ole Miss head coach.
They didn't want to.
Appreciate the catch out. Appreciate the catch out, Jefferson. Right? Appreciate it. Yeah. That's gonna be interesting. Well, I think Oregon gonna beat the mess out of what name? Penn State. What you think about that?
Hey, it's possible. You know, yeah, I'm with Alan. You know, I don't really like everything as far as me watching other teams and caring about other teams was strictly based off of how it impacted Colorado, and as far as because to be real, we ain't watching those teams. You know, if anything, you might take up more interest like semifinals and finals like you do every year, like you do with the Super Bowl. You ain't really watching the pros all year. You just catch them right at the conference championship and the Super Bowl if your team is not there. So I don't really care about no Oregon or no Penn State. Nobody really in the Big Ten. I really don't care anything about them. SEC ain't really.
Oregon gonna beat by 20. And SMU, I watched their team while I was out this week. I didn't know they had a black quarterback and he bad.
Yeah, they'll be Clemson not that good.
Clemson, tough, boy.
Yeah, Clemson not that good.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting right there. Definitely got a good defense now.
They all right. You know how Georgia thrashed them in the beginning, like it was child's play. Oh yeah, Clemson, all right. I mean, they Clemson. I believe Arizona State might get Iowa State. And
Yeah, I think
around
they
in
is.
the playoff.
They lost somebody on their team, man, gonna be out. Who did they lost with an injury? A wide receiver or running back? Arizona State.
I don't know. I mean,
It
they ain't lost.
might have been a linebacker or something. I don't know. They lost somebody.
Yeah, I don't think it's no offensive guy. But looking at Arizona State go to playoff will be weird because nobody ain't really paid attention to them. They
were picked to be last, man, in the conference.
Yeah, they just came out. It's like they got hid in the middle of the season. Like nobody paying attention. In the middle of the season, they just went to hiding because they lost a couple games, and then they just come out at the end. It's like, well, how did they come from? Yeah, they just come out of nowhere, and all of a sudden
they did the opposite of Miami. Miami lost their last 2 out of 3 and knocked them out. Arizona went on a winning streak of 6 straight, and they put them up.
It's like the tortoise and the hare. It's like while everybody was watching Colorado, Arizona State snuck back in there. Like, nobody was talking about that. Everybody was talking about BYU, Iowa State, Colorado coming, Kansas State, and Arizona State just sneaking on in. Like, where they come from?
The wide receivers, Steve, they lost. Steve said what the wide receivers. Okay.
Oh, they lost Tyson. Yeah, he was doing good that game.
Oh man. Yeah, he played for. I know somebody got injured. I said,
well, Tyson was hurt when Coach Prime came. He was hurt. He had just got hurt, and then he went on and jumped in the portal.
Right.
But he was having a good game against Arizona. I definitely won't be watching it.
What game you won't watch?
I won't watch that at Big 12. Well, one, I got something to do.
Watch Big 12?
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, you got something to do?
I got a birthday.
Yeah, I want to see.
But it's just gonna rub it in. You're gonna be sending out them texts again. Appreciate you, Miss D. Yeah, I see you sent me something, Miss D. I appreciate you. I was trying to see who named it was.
Miss D, you don't be playing with it. Miss D, I might need to stop working. Well, you be treating me, you and Finney. Y'all don't be playing. And Jay Rip, Jay Jizzle.
Yeah,
but that Big 12. I don't know, man. I for some reason. Can you imagine? I know we lost too. Can you imagine how BYU feel? They don't won all year. And then it got down to the last 3 weeks, and they just fumbled that thing like that, man.
Yeah, and then they found a way to win their last game, and it still wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough, man. I thought I was sick,
man. It's Kansas, right? Kansas was the one who got them right.
It was Kansas.
And who else they got? Did they get Ohio, Iowa State too?
Yeah, they got Iowa State and us. All 3 of us.
Right. All of them. The only person they didn't get was Arizona. Did they play Arizona?
Arizona ain't nothing trash.
Arizona State.
They quarterback hit that portal. He hit that portal.
Who?
Arizona quarterback.
Yeah, he need to. I'm talking about Arizona State. Arizona State. Did they play Kansas?
I don't know. Yeah, they played.
In Kansas, they lost.
Kansas beat all of them.
Kansas didn't beat Arizona State.
No, they beat us, BYU, and Iowa State.
But did they play Arizona State? That's what I'm trying to see.
Oh, I don't know.
They probably, because that would be the only team that they didn't beat. Let me see.
Steve might know. I don't know. I didn't watch him like that.
It's so much to try to keep up with. Let me see.
It is, man.
Kansas football.
Yeah, I think Arizona State gonna win that game. Or that running back they got. That boy danger, boy.
Well, it's just Iowa State not that good. They're just not that good.
Their team, him, Tulane.
They can't handle the
got a quarterback. Who?
I heard he in the portal.
Tulane quarterback. Boy, Colorado need to jump on him. He hit that thing. That boy bad.
That was the rumor.
That boy is nice. But
Yeah,
Army got a
Arizona
running
State.
game.
Arizona State beat Kansas 35-31
Oh, they did.
on October the 5th.
That was a close game.
Well, they said Kansas
UNLV
played
and
a bunch
Boise
of close games. They said you gotta look at it. Kansas lost to UNLV 23-20. UNLV about to go against Boise State. They wonder they can go get Boise State. They lost to Illinois 23-7.
That running back. Hey, y'all can say what y'all want to say. That boy that running that ball from Boise State now.
If you can't stop the run, it's a problem.
They give it to him at least 30 times a game.
But clearly,
I'm like when Steve said last night about what you gotta say, he's like Scatterboo. He's running. He's still running. He's running. He's still running.
they know TCU beat Kansas 38-27. All the they losses was pretty close, except Baylor and TCU probably. And then we turn around and let them put 37 points on us.
Yeah.
They running back looking like he was Janty. Janty, what was his name?
Yeah.
Iowa State beat KSU. Yeah. KSU laid the ball down. Then KSU kept fumbling and stuff. What happened? Then KSU kept giving them the ball, making mistakes. When KSU played Iowa State, when they kept having them turnovers, when at the game they kept having turnovers, KSU gave them a game. We were screwed either way though, because BYU wasn't going to lose to Houston.
Yeah, no. Oh,
we needed them to win.
They were hanging, but he missed that throw. He missed that throw with that wide receiver down there in the corner on the right side. He missed that throw, overthrew him. And then they came out there after they scored when the first with an outside kick. I was like, what are they doing? Shaq went up self and that kicked the ball and trust your defense.
You know you screwed when you had everything in your hands and then you turn around and you need a sorry team to beat a good team. That's like a stretch. That's a stretch.
Like I said, we had our chance. Coach Prime said it. We had our chance. Yeah, we just didn't do it. You're right. You're right, Jim. Hey, I was mad today. I text Greg, JR, and Steve. I was just sitting at work thinking about it. I said, man, how in the heck did we lose 3 games with all these players we got? And the coaching staff we got. What really happened?
The same way you went and beat Oklahoma State like a dog. beat poor Oklahoma State like a scalded dog. Took it out on poor Oklahoma State. Like that would make you even more mad. Y'all 6 days, baby. You go beat the mess out of them. Don't take it out on them. You should have took it out. How you gonna go pick on Oklahoma State? You should have took it out on Kansas. Ain't no need to go pick on Paul Oklahoma State. They ain't do nothing wrong. Oklahoma State ain't hurt nobody.
Yeah, that team quit on their coach anyway. Everybody talking about he supposed to be the best coach in the Big 12.
Something happened. I knew they was in trouble. They had a super duper backup quarterback in and still wouldn't hand the ball off to their running back after we just got ran all over by Kansas.
Yeah, that's strange. That dude rushed for what, 1,700 yards last year? And then get for 5, 3. He didn't run the ball for 3 times to get his up.
That boy destroyed BYU. He ran about almost 300 yards against BYU.
He didn't need but 130 or 150 to get 1,000 against us.
They know they should have handed that boy the ball off.
Oh, and like he in the NFL got a contract or something. We need to keep him from getting 1,000 because he might get paid this and that. Yeah.
They screwed him over. They ain't have nothing to lose but to hand the ball off. They would not hand that boy the ball off.
I was hoping he hit that transfer portal, even though I know
What you know?
he going to that gonna enter that draft.
It'll be
But I heard Shedeur trying to talk to him.
Yeah, he was talking after the game because he don't need to hit no draft after this season.
He should have won last year. That's what he should have did.
He was too young. Well, he's just a junior.
No, that boy, yeah, that's right.
He's too young, ain't it?
It's a junior year. You're right.
So he can come back or he can go on the draft, but he need to come on.
No, he ain't no junior, senior this year. Yeah, you're a junior. No, you're a junior.
Yeah, he can come back. He just gonna go on the draft early, but he needed the way this year went for him. He might need to stay. Now is Janty a senior? Janty?
I don't know.
I think he might be a junior.
I don't know. He a big old boy too. I didn't know that boy that big.
Who?
That boy for Boys State.
Clearly, yeah, the grown man running up there.
Damn sure is. I looked at the videos though. I said, dog.
He ain't running over people for fun.
No, they get to him 30 to 35 times a game, boy.
That mean he a animal. That's what that means.
Every game. I looked at his stats at work today. I said, dog, that boy, I don't know why he running all over like that.
He ain't running all over them people in small.
Yeah, nah. They are super explosive. UNLV will win. UNLV? Okay.
They need to, because that doggone Boise State coach done got real cocky out there. He talking real big. All they got to do is stop the run.
You know, the offensive coordinator, they start smelling themselves when they get in them bowl games.
Yeah, he real cocky.
Throw the ball here and throw the ball there. Yeah. All right, but I got to get out of this thing, man. Got to get up in the morning and make this last day, man. Time has went by.
Yep. Let's go ahead and get this done.
Yeah. All right, bro. Let them know where they can find you before we close this thing up. Appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. Watching Sports Talk with B. Watts along with Greg Said It from the ATL. We just two Georgia boys covering Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. And I want to thank everybody who sent a cash app tonight. Appreciate y'all. You know who you are all week. I want to thank everybody from last night for watching the show. I did a little special. I got a Bible study. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And as of right now, I got a lot of rewatch. Probably in 3 months, one of the most rewatched. Almost 4,000 people. Steve and JR. All right, Greg, get that last call and we go out of here, bro.
Well, this Greg Said It. We're going to ride this thing out this offseason. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. We do this here on Thursday here. We do a little something on Sunday, even in the off season. Kind of like summarize the week. Got videos dropped during the week, shorts and all that good stuff. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
You do short during the week too?
Who?
You do short during the week?
I just
you say you do short during the week?
I don't do it.
Okay, I gotta check you out then.
The shorts just come from videos I already did. I don't.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you had a new. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. You do it every day? No shorts?
Really. No, I do it every other day. During the week. I really could do a whole lot. Like you say, full time. I really could do a whole lot more, just be busy. So, I just try to stay consistent with what I can stay consistent with. Huh?
I be at work, man. I be so bored, man. I be saying, man, I guess I go and do a little stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing going on at work. Since that new position. But all right, bro. I talk with you. I'm sure we'll text him during the week.
All right, well, you have
get out this thing. Hey, you too, partner.
All right.
All right. Let's see. All right, bro. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play a little clips. Then we're going to get in this thing, and hope y'all have a good weekend. I might come back on tomorrow and mess with y'all, but we'll see. Hello, friends. I'm Bernard Watts for Sports Talk with B. Watts Entertainment. I stopped by here to let you know that I come to you every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time by the digital airways of YouTube. If you would like to sponsor or advertise or do an NIL deal with Sports Talk with B. Watts Entertainment, hey, give me a call at 770-820-2329. Or you can send me an email at cbwatts1@aol.com. I'm telling you, if you partner with me just during football season, where we'll be talking about Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes, hey, it will be a perfect situation for you. I'm telling you it will. All right? All right, my friends. Hey, once again, thank you for being there for me. I appreciate each and last one of you, and you just don't know.
New York, New York.
Let's talk about it, though. It's human nature to relax. We got 30 minutes of football left. All right, it's 0-0. This half showed them zero hope. All right, you play with your heart. You play with toughness. You strike blocks. You get off blocks. You run to the ball for 30 minutes as fast as you can. But when we come in here after this game, that scoreboard better say Oklahoma State what? 0. All right, let's go.
Make it 0-0. Whatever you got to do right here. At the end of the day, I'm playing. I genuinely love everybody in here, right? It's been a joy to come to work every day. The look in your eyes has been great. How do we take the next step, right? We got to limit the amount of explosive runs we give up, right? That's what it is, right? When we play well, we take the ball away, right? That's really kind of been our answer to giving up yards, right? So it's a testament to you guys, right? We got to get better with some run fits. I can do a better job, right? Trust me, that's where my offseason will look at. It'll start with me. But I just want to thank everybody on defense because, again, you made it a hell of a year for me. I want to thank him. He gave me a shot when nobody else would. In the last, really, 10 months have been great.
Guys, the room is shrunk, and we got some high-quality guys coming in because I know what Coach Rob wants. I know what this defense wants. I know what our standards are. We got to get athletic. We got to get fast. And the competition's going to come in. They're going to get opportunities. And a lot of you guys ain't going to get the same ones you got this year. Just like life. That stuff changes. You're going to have to make some tough decisions. And we're going to have some tough conversations. But that moves you to your next point. Just because one thing in doesn't mean you can't grow somewhere else. And I think that's what we did this year as a team, is we grew when everybody said we were naysayers, especially in the linebacker room. I appreciate all the work and the efforts you put into it. But we got to keep moving on. So from the walk-ons to the freshmen, your role is increased. You're not a freshman anymore. You're not considered a walk-on. What you're expected to do and lead is going to another level, and you're going to be held to those standards. And if you can't meet those standards, you got to go. You got to go. And I want y'all to hear that in front of everybody and make sure you understand. I'm one of the most caring coaches, and I love everything about you because I've been in your seat. It is a business, and hard conversations are going to have to be had, and you can't coddle people. You got to let them go. You got to move on. You understand that? That's what life is right now. That's what the whole thing about last call, what he was talking about, that's what that's about. Yep. You at it right now. And don't mean no harm on nobody. But now you got to move. And you got to figure out a way to keep growing. And we got to move. And we got to figure out a way to keep growing. And it's a testament to what we did in the portal, and it's a testament to the work you guys did. All right? We got to get stronger. We got to get more athletic. We got to get faster. We got to do those things. But a great example of how to study Nakai and Bentley, how to persevere, how to work through challenges and negativity, and be the guys we need you to be in that run game, man. We got so much better, and I appreciate y'all for that.
First, I appreciate all y'all boys, my DVs, defense as a whole. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all don't know how much y'all mean to me personally, man, how much I talk about y'all guys. And just go out here and leave it out on the line every day, man. Leave it out on the line every day from now on in your life, bro. Every practice, every meeting, everything. Because when you sit here in my spot, you better live with yourself knowing that every day I came out, I did all I can do, and wherever the chips lay, they lay. And that's where I'm at right now. I've been emotional all week for real, just because I know it's my last game with y'all boys and last game in college. So now I got to go into the real, you know what I'm saying, real world of things, how things really work on the business. And I just keep telling myself, like, ever since I walked on camp at 18, I put it all on the line. So, I mean, whatever God blessed me to do after this, I mean, it's all up to Him. I know I did everything I could do. So I feel like y'all should, everybody, that's a good feeling to have when you all done, you know, all you did, all you can do. So I just go hard, man. Let's pull on for tomorrow and finish our season out strong.
We're bringing our luggage. It's Louis. It's Louis.